Hey everyone, this is TSK, the Skills Cane, and welcome to my very first Let's Play. Now this Let's Play, we will be playing my absolute favorite childhood game, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix. This game is a really wonderful game that's in collaboration with Disney and Square Enix. Now, the main hero of the whole entire series is Sora, which we are currently playing. He is by far the only playable character you can play until very much later in the game series. Now, we are in the first stage called Awakening, which is basically an introduction on how to play this game. Now, before you stand 3 pedestals, which contain 3 separate weapons. The first one that I will be going to is a sword. The sword will provide an increase in your strength, which helps boost the attack damage that you deal towards enemies, which will resolve in fights ending quicker and providing just a big damage boost. Now the other two here, the one over here is a staff, which will increase the power of your magic spells, which you learn later in the first half of the game. Now we are going to keep the staff, and instead we're going to move over here to the shield, which increases your defense, meaning that it will reduce the damage dealt to you by a certain amount. So instead of taking like a big chunk of your health away, it'll only take like maybe about half of it. Now we're going to sacrifice the shield in favor of the staff, because the way you play this game is it pretty much sets up your stats for the remainder of the game. So when I took the sword and got rid of the shield, it means that I increased my strength, but I also weakened my defense. So while I, am powerful, my defense is very lacking, so I am prone to probably dying quicker than usual. Now we will land here on this pedestal that bears a Cinderella on it. Now whichever weapon you pick first from that stage is the weapon you get to keep until the end of Awakening. Now the bottom right corner we have an HP and MP bar. If we run out of MP or magic points, we will not be able to cast any magic. And if we run out of HP, as you saw from the subtitles, we will die and we will have to go from the continue screen and load back from the previous place we walked in, which nobody likes. Now those creatures, they will be later explained further in the story, but those are the little green orbs are called HP balls, and you want to pick them up so that way it can gradually restore your HP. Now when you're playing, you want to keep a close eye on your HP. I get that fighting is all fighting games and all, but you really gotta watch for your HP, because if your HP gets critically low, the meter will flash red and it will make a very annoying alarming sound. So yeah, when you defeat enemies, it's always good to pick up the prizes that they drop. Now you can lock on to your enemies if you read by pressing the R1 button, so that way you can focus on one specific target, so that way you're not like just randomly flailing your weapon all about and hitting nothing. Now, as we sink into the dark abyss, I'm going to give a friendly reminder to all of you that this is my very first YouTube video, so I do apologize if there's any weird words that I pronounce or whatever, but I promise you that the more I do these Let's Plays, the better I'll get with these videos and all, and I'm pretty sure I'll be less awkward in the making. Anywho, so that field icon, now in the old original game it used to be down here, but now they moved it to where it's the very famous triangle button. There are lots of things to collect and open, and treasure chest is the primary one of them. throughout the game you will be looking out for these treasure chests because they will give you lots of cool rewards. Sometimes useless, sometimes, if not most of the time, very useful. Now objects like these, you can push them, you can also smash them. Now there is a good chance that they'll drop items like that, and in this case it gave us a potion. Now with these items, there are two separate kinds, or I should say three. One category is they will restore your HP, another is they will restore your MP, and the last is those will restore everything. The ones that restore your HP is Potion and High Potion and Mega Potion. The ones that restore your MP are Ether and Mega Ethers, and the ones that restore both your MP and HP is Elixir and Mega Elixir. Although the three Megas restore not only your own stuff, but also your party members. And I would say that the rarity, like the one that's the most rare of these items, is the Mega Elixir. Now here we get to decide on how much we want to level. So basically, do we want to like level at a faster pace, a normal pace, or a slower pace? Now when we walk up to one of them, it'll give us three options. There are many different kinds of variations and combinations you can do to select your leveling experience, but I would say if you want to level at a faster pace, pick all the top ones. If you want to level at a normal pace, pick all the middle options, or if you want to level at a slower pace, you pick the bottom options. For the faster pace, for each world you visit, I would say you probably would gain about 8 levels per world. If you pick a normal pace, you'll gain maybe about 5 per world, and if you pick the slower pace, you will get about maybe 3 levels per world. Now the level option, like, you know, if you want to like experience this game so much more, I would recommend you go with the slower pace. But you know, if you want to get like all the things done quick and easy, then I would go with the faster pace. Hello Aurora, nice to meet you. We will walk over, or should I say run, to that shiny light. Now with the main menu, we can have access to items, equipment, abilities, which I'll explain more in the next video or two, and all that fun stuff. Ah, we're surrounded by all these creatures. Well, time to deal with them. Like I said, like once you get used to the gameplay, this game is fairly easy at the beginning, but like most games, you know, it will eventually get harder and tough, but also much like more exciting, and it just makes you want to like play more and more, especially with the series, considering there's like I believe 6 other games to this entire series, and the storyline is confusing at first, but it's really fun. Now this is a save point. It's always a good idea to save whenever you can, because there may come a time, you know, you might lose power or whatever. So whenever you come across a save point, I highly recommend that you save your progress before moving on or getting off the game. Now we will save our progress, and then we will move up that shiny glass floor that seems to lead into the abyss. And by abyss, I mean the next pedestal up there. I would also like to note that the further you move up though that pathway, the glass behind you disappears. So that will be your only chance to save the game. But I believe we will end right here for now. Thank you so much for watching my videos, everyone, and until we meet again, toodles!